is justice in persecuting marginalized students and academics? Where is the freedom in persecution? Where is the freedom in censure? If there were academic freedom at this university, its also excellent intellectuals would question the use of the working definition of anti-Semitism from the International Holocaust Remembrance Alliance, or the IHRA. A definition that even its founders, among many other scholars, found to be misused for the purpose of persecuting pro-Palestinian voices by equating criticism of Israel with anti-Semitism. As a matter of fact, I'm pretty sure that these philo-Semites at the FU don't even know what the fuck the Jerusalem Declaration on Anti-Semitism is. But if there were freedom at this university, it would surely question the legitimacy of the repressive laws it upholds. It would question how criticism of a genocidal right-wing government is effectively equated with anti-Semitism. It would question how productive it is in the fight against real anti-Semitism to equate Jews with the Israeli state and its crimes. It would question what it means to persecute Jews on its own campus for not adhering to the whims of a genocidal ethno-state. In theory, this institution, its alumni, as well as teaching staff, are the ones that are meant to spearhead the German public debates on the topic of Palestine and the Zionist settler state. It is not meant to cower before state pressure. It is not meant to create an atmosphere of self-censure. Its purpose is to be the ground for heated democratic debate on all topics partaking current events, Palestinian resistance included. But instead, this university wants to dabble in weird perversions of identity politics and culture wars. We are witnessing the limits of neoliberal institutions such as the FU. But the role of the university and its epistemological violence, among others, is nothing new to scholars, especially marginalized ones. I have a question for my colleagues at this university. How long will you let marginalized academics bear the brunt of German state repression while you get to sit comfortably in your office and enjoy your little funding, your little grants, and your accolades? In truly Western tradition, this university extracts the knowledge of marginalized academics and stomps on their rights at the same time. I have another question for Mr. Günther Ziegler, the president of this fine establishment. Where were you when your little cherished settler state executed 94 of your colleagues in the past 120 days? Where were you when Israel executed 3 university presidents in Gaza, like president of the now destroyed Islamic University of Gaza, Professor Sufyan Tayeh? Or Professor Said Al-Zibda, president of the destroyed University College of Applied Sciences? Where were you when they executed former President Muhammad Eid Shabir of the Islamic University? Where the fuck were you when Israel executed Refat Al-Arer? Where were you when Israel murdered 7 deans and hundreds of professors, scholars, and their families, and not to mention the thousands of students? And that's only in the past 4 months. The criminal Zionist entity has destroyed every single university in Gaza. All 12 higher education institutions have been damaged or completely demolished. So in the light of this, it is a travesty that the president of FU, Günther Ziegler, uses every opportunity to defame us and our movement and to expose us to state violence. All the while, his colleagues in Gaza are getting wiped off of the face of the earth. Their blood is on your hands too. euren Händen! Blut! Blut! Blut an 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 euren Händen! The violence we see today in Gaza, while unprecedented in its barbarity, is unfortunately nothing new. Destroying cities, mass murdering Palestinians, and expelling the survivors as to replace them with settlers is what the Zionist state was built on. The Palestinian people have the right to resist their occupation and extermination by any means necessary as enshrined in international law. Anyone that states differently is an enemy of human rights everywhere. Let's see your little free university debate that. Well, it won't, because it is but one cog in the wheel that is this oppressive Western imperialist system. And let us be clear, the purpose of a system is exactly what it does and not what it constantly fails to do. Liberation will not come from these institutions. It will come from all of us, our organizing, our mobilizing, and collective defiance to injustice everywhere. That is why I call on my colleagues at the Freie University to defy pressure from the uni administration and to your brands and your careers are not worth your conscience, and they are not worth the lives of millions of Palestinians. Let me reiterate, this is the hour of courage. This is the time of action. Join us in our fight in the belly of the beast as we demand a stop to German complicity in yet another crime against humanity. Abolish the use of the IHRA definition of anti-Semitism that has been widely criticized as a tool of oppression rather than protection of Jews. Divest from university complicit in the ethnic cleansing and genocide of the Palestinian people. And help us to stop the prosecution of activists and groups that are in solidarity with Palestinians. We fight for our government to stop funding and diplomatically backing an illegal apartheid state. We fight to stop military aid and weapon sales to the genocidal Zionist entity. We fight against German complicity in what is determined as a plausible case of genocide by the highest court of the world. We fight for a free Palestine, for everyone to have the same rights and access to a full and dignified life living between the Jordan River and the Mediterranean Sea. And you girlies in the back can criminalize that as much as you want. There will be no peace until justice is done. No justice, no peace! No justice, no peace! No justice, no peace! And I would like to thank you.